welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Katelyn, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi, welcome back. Today we are doing a book video, and I am so excited because this is the year of book videos. We are doing book videos this year. Last year I tried to film probably like 3, possibly 4. No, it was probably more like 3. I tried to film like 3 book videos last year, and every single time I just like got too much in my head, and I was like, 1, this is really hard to film, and 2, nobody's gonna watch these. So this year we are filming book videos, and the first video that we are starting off with is we are going to be finishing, or at least attempting to finish, every book I have started in the last year. So in 2023, every book I have started and haven't finished, I'm going to try and finish them in the next like 10 days, basically 11 days. So today is Tuesday, December the 19th, and I currently have 5 books that I have started over the course of this year and I just never finished. And these aren't books that I was like willing to DNF. Like, it's not like I didn't want to finish them. It was just like at the time I kind of was just like, I don't really care, and then I just let it go. So I'm gonna go through, show you guys the books, and we are gonna try and finish as many of these books as I can in 11 days. So here we go. So I will first say I actually had 6 on this list, but yesterday I like had this idea like, okay, I'm gonna finish all these books. So yesterday I finished the audiobook that I was listening to, which was romantic comedy. So I finished that on audiobook yesterday while I was like cleaning up my closet and stuff. So that was kind of what inspired me to be like, oh, I should finish all these. So technically I have 1 down, so I'm counting it. I'm like proud that I've done it, so I'm counting that one. And then here are the rest of them. So I first up have Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I feel like I bought this in the summertime, and I feel like what happened was like I was reading it in the summer and I was like, this just doesn't feel like a summer happy book. This is like intense. This is like gangs, drugs, like it's an intense book. So definitely maybe not even a great time to be reading this around happy Christmas time, but I still would like to finish it. So this one I ended up getting 61 pages into this book. The next book that I have, this book I was reading during my 75 hard, and once 75 hard stopped, I said no more. Because I was like, I am done reading whatchamacallit? I'm done reading nonfiction books every day straight for 75 days. So I stopped reading this book, but I really do want to finish it because my goal this year was to finish 5 nonfiction books, and I don't think it's going to happen, but this will be number 4. So at least I'll be a little bit closer to my goal. But this one, I am on page 181, and there is 358. So I'm about halfway through this one, actually just a little over. This one I forgot to say, I think this one's like 400 pages, just under 400 pages. The next book up I have is Crown of Midnight, and this one is being a little bit ambitious, I will say. I have 2 that literally I think I'm like 10 pages in. Yeah, this one I'm quite literally on page 10. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I started listening to these on audiobook, so I listened to Throne of Glass first, and I listened to it on audiobook. And I was hoping that my library had this on audiobook, but they don't. So I might try and find it somewhere else on audiobook to see if I can listen to this, because it's always nice to have one that you can just listen to while you're like doing things. Like for the next week, I'm going to be like baking sourdough literally every single day. So I'm like, oh, it'll be good to have like on audio as I'm doing things. But as of right now, I cannot find it. But Throne of Glass, again, I said I'm on page 10. I don't want to spoil anything for myself, so I'm just going to very briefly look. Looks like there's about 420 pages of this one. Next up, we have Magnolia Parks, and honestly, I don't even know why I haven't really finished this one. I think it was just like, I think I just was like interested to read something else. But what page was I on for this? I was on page 126 for Magnolia Parks, and there is about 494 pages. So this again is a little bit ambitious, but we're gonna try our best. And the last book is The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. And this one, truthfully, I'm not gonna put any rush to get this one done because, for one thing, I am only 10 pages in. once again. And my plan was to read this before we went and saw the movie. And honestly, we just really wanted to go see the movie in theaters, and I was going to be sad if I didn't. So I was like, you know what? I will forego reading the book before I see the movie. And I know that it's a big thing for you to read the book before you go see the movie. Trust me, I normally am like a book before movie person, but in the sacrifice of the book, I am thankful that I saw the movie while it was in theaters, because it was very good in theaters. But yeah, so this is probably like the last on my list of what I want to read, like in order, because I like just don't really have that much like ambition to finish this one. I mean, like I will, but I don't need to finish it as quickly. So I feel like what I should do, I feel like what I should do is I should start with the book that I am the furthest in, because I feel like it'll motivate me, because once I finish it, then I'll be like, oh, I finished another book, and then I can keep going. So I think I'm going to start with Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Again, I said I was 181 pages, so I'm just over halfway. So I am going to sit down on the couch and read this right now. I have sourdough proofing right now or not proofing, it's just like resting. I have to let it rest for it at the most another 4.5 hours. So I feel like I'm going to take that as a timer for myself. It is 3:30 right now, so I'm going to read almost until then, because obviously I'll have to like make dinner and stuff. But I'm going to plop my little booty down on the couch. I'm going to read my book, and hopefully in 4 hours I should be able to finish this. But it's a nonfiction, so I might get distracted a couple times. But first up, Everything I Know About Love. Oh my gosh, just remembered, I'm also reading on my Kindle right now. I'm reading Iron Flame, and I have not finished it yet. I know it's crazy. I just got stuck on a part and I just didn't finish it, but I am 70% of the way through that book right now. So that one I am also very, very close to finishing. So we are still going to start with Everything I Know About Love, but I feel like Iron Flame will be next on the list. Okay, now we're actually going to start reading. Okay, it is 7:02. Austin got home, we had dinner, cleaned up, did all the things. I am officially on page 235 of this book, so I really only read like what, 50 pages. But we're getting through it. But it's not, I feel like I just am not, like I said, I'm not a nonfiction person. I like things to be like, intriguing. I like to be like pivoted by things. This book, it's like, there will be a chapter that's literally just like this. One chapter was literally just like text conversations, and then there was like one page that was a recipe. And it's like, I get the premise, and it's like kind of cool because it's like all these things that this woman learned like in her like 20s to 30s or whatever. But it's just not for me. So we're just finishing it to finish it at this point, because I'm just so far in. So I'm either going to sit in the bath and read this now, or I'm going to sit and read Iron Flame. And I feel like I'm going to want to read Iron Flame because it's a little bit more like intense. And I said, I believe I'm 70%. Yeah, 70% into this. So I don't know which one I want to read. I'm going to bring them both though into the bath and see which one draws to me more, but I feel like it'll be Iron Flame. But I almost want to like read this to like just like get through it, and then once I'm out of the bath, then I can lay in bed and treat myself to reading Iron Flame. So we'll see. Good morning, everyone. The lighting is not ideal because we are, let me see if this makes a difference. That's worse. Okay, lighting is not ideal because we're just, it's the morning and we have to have lights on, so it's just not the best. But I ended up finishing last night this book. I will say the last like probably 30 pages, I was doing quite a lot of skimming to get through it because it just got so repetitive towards the end. And I just said, like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like maybe some people will connect with this more, and maybe that's why it's such like a popular book, but it just wasn't for me. It didn't connect with me. I found just like too many of the like little like recipes and the text conversations and the fake emails. That was like, it just ended up being too much, and it just felt too long. Like, honestly, I feel like the book could have been this long. I liked her storytelling, and I feel like that's probably what draws people in about it. Like, it's nice, and like the overarching like theme of like friendship at the end of the day is really nice. But yeah, anyway, I ended up giving this 2.5 stars. I think that's probably one of the lowest books I've ever rated, maybe. But yeah, I ended up giving it 2.5 stars. So right now it is sourdough day. I am baking 2 loaves of sourdough, and then I am prepping 2 more loaves of sourdough. So all day I will be listening to the audiobook of Crown of Midnight. And when I'm not listening to the audiobook, I'm going to switch between like listening and reading, because I feel like it'll kind of like propel me a little bit more in the book. So hopefully we're able to get through a good chunk of that today. And then Iron Flame, I ended up not reading any of it last night because when I was in the bath last night, I think I said this, maybe I didn't. When I was in the bath last night, literally did not read at all. So that's why I ended up only finishing this book. But we are listening to Crown of Midnight today and tonight probably. And we're gonna see how far we can get through that one today. Okay, quick little update. It is, I don't even know what time it is. It's 9:30. We are a little ways into the book. I think we're on like page 67. Page 67. We have all the animals here. Cooper's sleeping up on the couch. Ellie is down on the floor. She still hasn't gotten used to sitting up on the couch with us yet, but she likes to be close, that's for sure. And I figure I will show you guys, since I said today was bread making day all day. We have the loaves that I made this morning. They look delicious. This one's a little bit too darkened for my liking, but they look so good. And then we also have this little loaf on the table. But I gotta stretch and fold this one, and then we will be doing one more of those, and then it just rests for up to 10 hours. And then I have nothing really else to do today other than just like kind of tidy and clean. I just had to clean, or I want to clean our bathroom upstairs and our bedroom a little bit, just vacuum and stuff upstairs. But yeah, so stretch and fold, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and clean a bit and continue listening to the audiobook. Also, this one I feel is getting better. Like when I listened to Throne of Glass, or when I read it, you know, I did the same thing. I did like a mismatch. I was kind of just like, yeah, it's good, but it wasn't really like, oh wow, this is amazing. But this one so far is pretty good, and I'm only like very at the front of it. So I'm like, okay, this is promising. Okay, it is now 11:30 and we have gotten as far as just about to start chapter 17 in Crown of Midnight. We're like not halfway there, but we're getting closer. But I have done a lot of housework, which is really nice. I cleaned all of the upstairs that I could get to. And then, oh, I feel like we're about to get a delivery. I cleaned all the upstairs that I was able to get to. Now I have moved my way down here. I'm going to try and clean up our entryway. And just kind of like tidy up the kitchen. I'm not really going to like clean the kitchen because I'm going to be baking for the next 4 days. So it's like, I'm just going to keep up with it as we go. And then I'll just do a big clean on probably like Monday next week. Because I'm just going to be baking a lot and it's just, I'm going to be constantly cleaning. But yeah, I'm going to clean up the front hallway, clean up the living room, and then I want to start laundry, but I can't yet just because it's the middle of the day and I don't want to use it during expensive time. But the only thing that sucks is that I was listening to this book on YouTube, which I know it's not the best thing to do, but I've already bought the book, so I don't feel as bad listening to it for free. But anyway, but they don't have the next part that I need. It goes from part 1, part 2, and then part 3 and 4 are missing, and then it starts at part 5. So I'm gonna need to figure out where part 5 starts, and then like what chapter that is on, and then I'm gonna just have to like read those ones. And I'm hoping it's not too much. Like I'm hoping it's only like, you know, like that much. Because it's really helpful to have the audiobook going. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on trucking, keep on cleaning, but I am taking a break on reading right now, so, but that's my update. Good morning, everyone. I look crazy. It is Thursday, the 21st. Yesterday, I think the last I updated you was when the audiobook cut out, or not when it was cut out, but like I didn't have the next parts to it, and I was like, oh, I'll just read to catch up to the next parts. So I figured out the next part starts on chapter 19 and I'm on chapter 17. I was like, oh, I can read 2 chapters. I didn't read anything. At this point, when, I guess not when you're watching this, but when I'm filming this, we have only had our little kitty for like 4 days or whatever. And I found like this little spot on her that just like, it's weird. It was like, I don't want to describe it because it's kind of gross, but I was like, this seems a little weird. So I called the vet, like the Humane Society that we got her from, and I was explaining it to them, and they said, oh yeah, we think it's this. And I was like, oh, lovely. So I have to bring her in today, but I was kind of spiraling yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, like blah 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 blah, this is so much stress, like blah blah blah, but it's fine, it's like it'll all be good. But anyway, I just didn't end up reading yesterday because literally right after that was when I found that spot. So this morning we are making more sourdough today. So what I'm going to do is I am going to first go upstairs and have a shower. Then I'm going to come downstairs and I'm going to read until I get to chapter 19, which is literally only 2 chapters. It's only like, I think it's only like 20 pages or something. Like it's not that much. Not even this many pages, okay? And then I'm going to read, and then I'm going to have my audiobook. And then we're going to get to go at, well, I have to leave at 11:30 because it's like 30 minutes for me to get there. But her appointment's at 12 for this thing on her. And they said it could either be 30 minutes or it could be 3 hours. So I'm like, well, it's a good thing I have an audiobook. So I'm going to bring, obviously, my audiobook with me. And if it's going to be 3 hours, then I'm just going to, because I'm not going to come back here if I have to just drive right back out there again. So I'm going to just like walk around the little shops there. I'm going to put my headphones and listen to my little audiobook. It'll be good. So anyway, so that's the goal for today. And I really hope to finish this today because we're just under halfway. And I feel like if I really dedicate time, because the rest of the book is available on audio. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna go upstairs. My bread is proofing, or it's just like resting for an hour right now. So it'll be perfect time for me to go upstairs, have a shower, and then we will come back downstairs and I'll listen to my audiobook and we'll do some baking stuff. We'll do a little bit more cleaning. There's the oven. Goal of today, finish Crown of Midnight. And a bonus goal, if I finish this before bed, that I can read more of Iron Flame in bed tonight. That's the goal. Hello everyone. It is, I was gonna say, it is late. It's not late. It's 6:45. I am plopped on the couch. I've already been in the bath for an hour. The sourdough is prepped for tonight. I'm currently eating crackers out of a bag because I'm trying to just like work through our cupboards. And I am about to go onto my Notion and fill out my book database that I have on Notion. Basically, I'm going to go through every single book that I have on my shelf and catalog it in here, and just keep a running total of all the books I own and read. So while I do that, I'm going to continue to listen to Crown of Midnight. I'm like, I don't even know what chapter I'm on. I can't remember, but I think I'm around like chapter like 22 or 23. Yeah, the only problem I have with audiobooks is that, especially for fantasy, I like when I'm listening to it, I'm not as like pulled in sometimes, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, who's talking? Who are we talking to? Who is this person? Why are we here? What led us to here? What has happened? How much time has transpired in the time that I've not been fully paying attention to this book? So that's my only problem, because I do it often. So anyway, that's my update. I'm just gonna listen to this and catalog books tonight and see how many we get. So far I have one. I will update you when I am over this, and we'll see how far I got. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday the 22nd. Last night I ended up cataloging 30, I think it was like 34 books I ended up cataloging on my Notion, which I feel like was pretty good. But by that time of the last one, I was like, okay, I am over this big time. So we stopped doing that last night, but I ended up getting to chapter like 26, I think, in Crown of Midnight, which is pretty good. But today we're going to be cleaning downstairs. I have to clean the kitchen, and I have to clean like our front hallway and the living room here. So I'm just going to be listening to this all day. I think I have like 2.5 hours left of the audiobook, so I should be able to finish it this morning as long as I stick to it. But yeah, we're slowly getting through them. After I finish this one, I only have 4 books to get through, and like really one of them is kind of like iffy, so we'll see what happens. But just figured to give you an update. Still listening, still going strong. Yeah. Everyone, it is 12:44, and if I'm completely honest with you, my period cramps have knocked me out for the last like 3 hours. I basically would like get up, do a chore, and then lay down on the couch, and then get up, do a chore, lay down on the couch, because I was in so much pain. I'm feeling okay now. I like laid on the couch, put a hot water bottle on me, took some Midol, so I'm feeling better. But most of the kitchen and the living room are clean. Well, not most, like all of it is clean. So that's good. All I have to do is, when my bread's done in like 5 hours, I can do my final shaping and put it into the fridge. And then what else? Nothing really else I have to do today. I have to do some laundry upstairs, so I think I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna listen to an audiobook while I'm up there because I have quite a bit of laundry actually to fold. So I'm gonna do that. And then, yeah, that's like basically it. But the house looks so clean, so nice. I'm gonna blow out this candle because I'm leaving to go upstairs. And I don't trust having a candle on downstairs when I'm upstairs, so putting that out. We're gonna head upstairs to put away some laundry. Yesterday I did not read at all. Today is December 24th and we are just hanging out this morning. It's like 10:30, so Austin's playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley right now, so I am going to read a little bit on the couch here while we just hang out. So I'm going to try and read a little bit of, I don't know if I want to read a little bit of Fourth Wing or if I just want to try and finish out Crown of Midnight, because Crown of Midnight, with the audio that I was listening to, it basically cut off at like chapter 41, and I think I literally have like 50 pages left, so I honestly might just read through Crown of Midnight to finish it off. And then I still have about like, I think I'm at like 72% of Iron Flame. So all right, I'm gonna read Crown of Midnight and hopefully finish that today. I actually have exactly 100 pages. I'm on chapter 42. Hello everyone, it is Thursday, December 28th. I don't even remember the last time I filmed or updated you guys. Oh, I do actually. I finished, sorry, my head was itchy. I finished Crown of Midnight and it was really good. It took like a little bit of a turn at the end. I was kind of anticipating what was going to happen like halfway through the book, and then towards the end it like just confirmed my suspicions. But it was really good, and all of a sudden now it's like, okay, I'm into it, I'm here, I'm excited. So I'm excited to read Assassin's Blade next, because this is now the time where like people were like, oh, read Assassin's Blade first or read it third, and I feel like I'm gonna like to have read it third, because like I know technically it's gonna jump backwards in time, but I feel like now that I've like slowly developed, you know, I've learned a little bit about the main characters, it'll be cool to jump back and see. I'm pretty sure that's kind of how it goes. But anyway, that's besides the point. That is the book that I have most recently finished. I'm just going to quickly have a look at my Goodreads and see where we're at. So far I have finished 3 books, and I just have 4 more, and there's only 3 days left of the year. So I do not think I'm going to be able to finish them all, but I'm giving it a valiant effort. Right now I have Iron Flame. I'm at 73%, so I'm gonna try my best and like power through this today. Right now I'm like planning a video. I'm just writing down like 24 books I want to read in 2024. I don't know if you're seeing this before or after that's gone up, but anyways, I'm planning those out right now. So as I'm doing this, I'm like, I need to read. So I'm finishing up this and then I am going to read Iron Flame, but I'm quickly just going to have a look here at what I have in my library because I want to read some of the books that I have on here. The Serpent and the Wings of Night. That's the one that I was trying to find the title to. Anyways, okay. Going to finish off here and then we are going to read Iron Flame. Hopefully I can get a good chunk done before Austin gets home. He's been coming home early this week because it's like the week between Christmas and New Year's and like everybody just kind of gets sent home early. So hopefully I'll be able to finish a little bit early, or I'll be able to get a good amount read before he gets home. So we will see. Hello everyone. I just realized it is January 2nd, by the way. I realized I never finished this video. So it is January 2nd. I did finish Iron Flame. That was the very last book that I finished for the year. I will say I did technically finish it January 1st, like early morning. Like I literally got up, laid on the couch and read the last 10% of the book. But I was like, you know what? I'm not counting it towards my 2024 books because I just don't want my first book to have read be one that I like fully started and like mostly got through in 2023. So technically, did I finish it before the new year? No, but I'm still counting it as a 2023 book. But I ended up finishing just Iron Flame, and then I still had 3 other books. So I ended up finishing 3 books before the end of the year. I really wasn't like super dedicated, honestly, to reading this like holiday season. It was a lot of hosting and it was a lot of like going to friends' houses and whatever. So we were prepping things and going to families' houses and prepping things. So I definitely could have read more. I know I could have, but it just wasn't prioritized as much as I maybe wanted to prioritize it. But nonetheless, I finished 3 books and I'm happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was my first ever attempt at like a real book video. So I hope I did an okay job. If you enjoyed, please let me know. And if you guys want to see more book videos this year, be sure to let me know. I'm really excited for this year to come and like for me to make new content. And I really hope that book videos will be in the future. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.